You might think this Gumball clown is just for fun, but no. I have prepared for you some of the scary parts and hidden secrets in the movie about the clown. The episode opens in Elmore Park. Leslie and Alan are walking under the autumn leaves when something strange catches their attention. An old VHS tape, partially buried in the dirt. The label reads, "Play me, if you dare." Leslie, in Gumball being playful, suddenly a ghostly figure appears from thin air. She scolds them for disrespecting the cursed tape. You must watch it. Properly. She zaps them into the art room at Elmore Junior High, ties them to chairs with caution tape, and inserts the VHS into an old TV set. Creepiest moments from Gumball's Halloween history. We see Richard Watterson wearing a jack-o'-lantern on his head, scaring the neighbors. A zombie shows up, but instead of attacking, it gives motivational life advice. Nicole is haunted by whispering voices while gardening. Even Anais is convinced there's something strange going on in the vents. Well, in this scene, if you look closely, we can see the clown. Is this for a fun video? He managed to hide behind a tombstone. Then there's a vacation scene. The Wattersons take a wrong turn and end up in a hotel that only appears on Halloween night. Gumball and Darwin fly out the window and into a gas station where Larry is sleeping behind the counter. They paint over his face until Police Donati arrives. Gumball and Darwin go to the Robinsons' house and take the deer head that is mounted on the wall with them. Nicole steps on a rubber duck and is startled by the sight of it. Kenneth sneaks up from behind and stands on top of Nicole. Nicole looks up and screams. She goes back inside. Richard is seen sleeping. Then he is startled by the sound of thunder and is startled. Wakes up. Nicole wakes up and sighs. She turns on the music box and Richard is soothed by the stars shining through the music box and falls asleep. The Watterson family escapes the scary old man. Richard loses fat by running. He becomes unrecognizable from a distance. You guys need a ride. Camera pans to a refrigerator in the back of the truck. The door creaks open and it's empty. Richard. Guys! Where are you? He falls off a cliff and gets stuck between rocks, then into a mud puddle. Richard gets out of the mud and Nicole kicks him several times, then runs away screaming. The tester then vacuums Nicole's face and she struggles to get it out. When she succeeds, her mouth transforms into a tester. As she is about to climb the stairs, Gumball, in his ghostly form, grabs a wall clock and shakes it, blocking the staircase. He pushes the clock down the stairs. Nicole jumps on it, preventing it from falling through the door. He grabs Gumball. The tape now plays a clip from the movie The End, showing Anton singing happily and eating a sandwich. He looks at all the birds around him. In the hallway, Bobbert cuts off the power, and the school goes dark. In another surveillance camera, in the hallway, Alan infects the goons, Joke, and Carmen. When he touches him, Alan explodes, spraying a rainbow-colored liquid onto the camera. Elsewhere in the hallway, Idaho is running away from Terry, Jimmy, and Masami, who have been infected and are approaching him. A flash of light and a loud, thunderous sound are heard from their right. Mr. Kennedy is seen standing among the bees. Oh, I think we saw the clown again. He's hiding behind it again. If you look closely, you'll notice. Mr. Kennedy. He appears once more with lightning. He pulls something out of his coat with his hook. The tape shows a scene from the movie The Saint, where the clown is playing with Alan's mother with balloons, where Gumball and Darwin are getting ready to reveal their drawings. But in the end, it turns out that the person behind the ghost is the clown himself, and that's the end of this episode.
That was extreme pranking with Tobias Wilson.
Well, let's go to the next episode. In this episode, we can find the clown in the first scene. Did you think they would hide the clown in the first scene? Gamib suggests Darwin to visit Kerry. They go to Kerry's house. At the same time, Tobias and Boson Joe talk about the legend about Mr. Kennedy, and that he is bringing water to the candy. They chant the candy, 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 and a giant with honeycomb named Mr. Kennedy is summoned. At Elmore Junior High School, Rocky is cleaning the floor of the hall. Suddenly he sees a moving shade. Rocky ignores it and continues to clean, but suddenly realizes that the moving shade actually comes to him, and Rocky escapes with horror. At the Joyful Burger restaurant, Rocky is enjoying his burger, which suddenly sees a moving shadow that comes to him again, and Rocky escapes again to save his life. At Sarah's house, Sarah responds to her phone and asks a scary voice whether she wants to watch the scary movie. Sarah is happy about this and goes out of the house and approaches Ghostface with a scary look. It's interesting, I saw this scene with Gumball in the movie Scream. The interesting thing about this episode is that both scenes are similar. Meanwhile, Rocky continues to run and enters the Almura Sports Club and follows the shadow that chases him. The shade falls on the treadmill and makes it walking in place. Rocky, who is not afraid, shines on the back and leaves the club. Kerry then complains that everything is for the candy and accidentally summoned Mr. Candy. Mr. Candy explains that the citizens of Almura are no longer afraid of him and the other giants and have been forced to do other things for citizens. His supervisor yells, "Candy! Candy! Candy!" and Mr. Candy disappears. Gumball and Darwin run into their house in panic. They find themselves at home, with everything on fire. Gumball looks out the window and sees the city burning. Then the scary clown appears, ending the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. You can choose an option to watch more videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any animation mistakes or reviews. See you in the next video.